So, it's time for a wrap-up. So, it is April, time to talk about the books I read in March. I actually read 9 books. I don't know why this year I keep reading consistently, basically the same amount of books each month, but... So, in terms of a genre, I read 5 fantasy books, 2 romance books, and 2 mystery thriller books. And in terms of star rating, I read 1 5-star, 2 4.5 stars, 2 4 stars, 1 3.5 star, and 3 3 stars, even though I, again, am not sure about the ratings. And in total, I read 3,271 pages. Now let's get into the books. So the first book that I finished in March was The Stolen Kingdom, which I think is by somebody named Julian. I don't remember the name, but I'll put a picture here. This book is about 2 characters, a boy, which is the prince, and a girl who lives on a wine farm. I have forgotten their names, so... No, hold on. One is called Marilith, something weird, and the other one is like Alak. Weird names. But basically, Marilith, or Mara, is the lost princess of the Stolen Kingdom, and she's going to overthrow the current king. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 3.5. I really liked the characters, mostly a side character called Tucker, which is Alex's like bodyguard and best friend. I also liked the magic. It was kind of dark but good at the same time. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. The romance, though, was horrible. They were not good together, and they like fell in love after 2 days, and they don't actually know each other, which is not realistic at all. It's not Disney. As usual, I didn't like the ending. The wine aspect of the book was weird and random, and I live in the land of wine. Everyone is obsessed with wine in my country. If you know what port wine is, I live in Port Wine City. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was really fast-paced, but just, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't the best book of my entire life. It was okay. Next, I read another arc from NetGalley, which is The Dark One by Brandon Sanderson, which is a comic book about a guy that lives in our world, and he thinks he has some mental illness because he keeps seeing a woman that nobody else sees, and he sees hallucinations. So he thinks, but actually there's a whole other parallel universe that he belongs to, which is a whole other story. I don't really want to spoil it, but basically our main character, I forgot his name, but yeah, he is one of the biggest players in the other world, and chaos ensues when he gets there. I liked it. I gave it a 4-star. At first it gave me Saga vibes, and I got scared because I hated Saga, but it actually was good. The art style was accurate for the story it was, and I really liked how the beginning matched up with the end. If you read it, you know what I mean. But yeah, it was a solid comic book. Not a 5-star, but it was good. The next book, the first physical book that I read, was Lady Midnight. I started this in February, but I didn't finish it. I finished it in March. I give this a 5-star, my only 5-star read. Of course I did. If you don't know what this is about, it is about 2 characters from the Shadowhunter world called Emma and Julian, and some weird murders are happening in their city, and they're trying to figure out who is doing that and why. I think probably everyone in the world knows what this is about and has read it except me, because I am late to the party. But yeah, I really liked this. I really loved the 2 new characters. We have seen them in City of Bones, in The Mortal Instruments, but I obviously did not remember. But I liked it. It was cute. It was interesting. I think the plot twist at the end was kind of predictable. Not really. I guess I was slightly shooked, but it wasn't the biggest plot twist of my life. So yeah, liked this a lot. Next, I read another arc which is another comic, called Cheer Up, which is about two girls. One is transgender BB. She's a cheerleader, but she has a really hard time studying and getting the grades that her parents expect. And also we have Annie, which is really good at studying. Even though she doesn't study, she has really good grades, but she needs an extracurricular to get into college. So obviously these two get together to work on those things together. I really liked it. Obviously it's a sapphic book. It's really cute. I really also liked the conversation that we had in the book about how BB felt and all of that. I gave it a 4.5. I really liked it. It was super cute. Highly recommend if you like graphic novels, comics, and sapphic books. The next few books I read for the 48-hour round of Becca's Bookopoly, so I'm not going to talk about these too much because I have talked about them. I'll link the video somewhere. So first I read Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. I keep saying Hawkins, I don't know why. Hawkins. And this is a thriller book about these women that keep drowning in a body of water. So when one of the main character's sister dies in that body of water, there's an investigation. They think it's all an accident, but maybe it's murder. We don't know. I gave this a 3. I said this in the vlog, but this was so confusing at first because there's so many characters and so many POVs. And then also, when you get used to that, you're still a little bit confused. But I did like the ending. It was a solid plot twist ending. Yeah, it was okay. I am going to unhaul this, not gonna lie. So, do with that what you will. The next one is Piranesi, which I also read for that readathon. This is about our main character, Piranesi, and he lives in a strange house, which is fantastical. And he has learned to survive in that weird house that has a layer of sea, a layer of statues, and a layer of clouds. He's learned to survive there, get fish, catalog all of the statues and rooms that are in that mansion house, until he starts finding weird stuff and questioning where he is, if there's somebody else. He knows there's one other person called the Other, but there's nobody else and he wants to find other people. I think that's the correct way to explain this. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this. I gave this a 3, even though I still don't know. I might just leave it at a 3. Yeah, probably. I liked it. I hated the ending. It was okay. So that for me is a 3. Not a 2 or a 2.5 because I did find it fun at the beginning. Just the ending ruined it for me. If the ending had been a little bit different, maybe I would have liked it more. But it was really interesting. I kind of get the same vibe as the Starless Sea, kind of. It gave me similar vibes. I don't know how to explain it. It was okay. I liked it. It was fine. I don't know how to explain this. Then I read Jackpot, which is by Nick Stone. I was really excited for this, but unfortunately I didn't really love it. I gave it a 3-star once again. In this book we follow Rika, which works at a convenience store, and one day she sells this old lady 2, I don't know what you call them. Not raffle tickets. What is the name? What is the name of it? Lotto tickets. Oh my god. She sells a woman 2 lotto tickets. The woman gives one to Rico and the woman keeps the other one. And when the numbers come out, the woman ends up winning, but she never comes to claim the prize. So Rico goes on this adventure to find the woman. I liked the premise of this book. I liked the story of Rico and the boy, what is his name? Zan, which is another conversation. Rico and Zan going together to discover where the woman is and having this adventure. I really liked that because it reminded me of Since You've Been Gone, which the 2 main characters joined together to complete the list. But I hated the ending. Endings just ruin everything for me. I know this is a me thing, but I did not like the ending. Don't know why. I just didn't. Next, I read the book club book of the month of my book club with 3 other girls that are Portuguese, which are Ana, Sofia, and Marta, which is so weird to say in Portuguese, I hate it. We read Legendborn. I actually listened to it. It was my first time listening to an audiobook. Yay me. If you don't know what Legendborn is about, it is about this girl called Bree, and she goes into this not summer, but like, I don't know what to call it. A thing at a college for people that aren't going into college yet to have like the experience of college. I don't know how to explain that. I know that sounds mentally ill, but that's how I'm gonna say it. And at this college, she finds these magical creatures and magical people that she doesn't understand. But she thinks it has something to do with her mother, which died, by the way. That's not a spoiler. This is also a retelling of the Arthur mythology, like the King Arthur. Yeah. So I have a lot about this book. Okay. I don't know how to say some of the things that I thought without spoiling the book, so I'm gonna try my best. First of all, the ending was predictable to me because I've seen something similar. I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. I liked the story, if that makes sense. It was entertaining. It was really fast to listen to. I like listened to the first part in a day when I was supposed to like space it out in a week. The first issue I had with the book was that it's set in a space of time of like 1 to 2 weeks, which doesn't make any sense. If you read the book, you know what I mean. The second thing is a love triangle. Why do we need it? We don't. It also doesn't make any sense because of reasons that I can't tell you. But yeah. The best friend that goes with Bree was useless and only a plot point at the end. However, I really did like the story. It was entertaining. I liked the representation in the book. There was a sapphic relationship. There was, I think, a non-binary character. I'm not sure, but their pronouns were they, them, I think. I listened to the audiobook, so I can't be sure. And also, I really liked the conversation about racism and also grief. I think it was done really well. And in terms of the audiobook, it was good. The only thing I had a problem with was the voice actress. I don't know why, but her voice was weird to me. I don't know, maybe it was because I was listening to an audiobook for the first time. I don't know. But yeah, that was a long rant. I gave it a 4-star, but I might change it to a 3.5. And finally, the last book that I read was The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. This is about a woman, and when she was 13, she went to this camp and 3 of her friends went missing and never turned up. Not their bodies, not the actual people, nothing. So 15 years later, she returns to that camp and investigates to see if she can find out what actually happened to them. This book was so good. I gave it a 4.5. I know some people hated this, but I really liked it. Also, I haven't read that many thrillers, so maybe that's also one of the reasons. But this was amazing. Many times I was really shook and had to like gasp out loud because I did not expect that. It's so good. The ending was out of this world. I recommend this to my mom because she likes thrillers. If she hates it, I'm gonna cry. But this was amazing. I don't care what anyone else says, this was amazing. But those are all the books that I've read in March, plus the 4 ARCs / ebooks / audiobooks. This video is already long, so that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next weird video. Bye!